Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. We are doing Alida and the goals. Goal number 2. I have this terrible problem of buying all the Dean Koontz books. It started off as a problem that Michael created. So, Michael, if you're watching, thank you for this problem that you created, you monster. Okay, over that rant now. But, Michael sent me a ton of Dean Koontz books, and thank you for that, Michael. I love reading Dean Koontz books, but for some reason, I have been avoiding them this year. And I don't know why. I've only read 2 Dean Koontz books, and I have a 15, I want to say. We're going to count them. I'm going to go through each one. We're going to talk about where it ranks on my list of what I want to read. But my goal is to read a Dean Koontz book every single month. So that's 12 books. Yeah, basic math. I can do basic math. But I don't remember what all of them are about offhand. Once I read the description, then of course I'll remember because we'll be reading it together. But I'm going to try and put them kind of in order of, like, the ones I'm most excited about all the way to, like, I'm not sure. If it wasn't written by Dean Koontz, I probably wouldn't read it, type of thing. But Dean Koontz is, like, one of the best. Yeah, fight me on it. He's one of the best authors. I'll fight you. Okay. Really? Let's do this video. Okay, so the first one I don't remember at all. It is Lightning. I'm not going to say who they're all by because they're all by the same person. Dean Koontz. So this one. Oh yeah. Okay. A storm struck on the night Laura Shane was born. And there was a strangeness about the weather that people would remember for years. But even more mysterious was the blonde-haired stranger who appeared out of nowhere, the man who saved Laura from a fatal delivery. Years later, another bolt of lightning, and the stranger returned, again to save Laura from tragedy. Was he the guardian angel he seemed, or the devil in disguise? That sounds pretty good, you know? Obviously, I want to read this the most so far because it's the only one I've read. I'm so funny. Alright. Then there's Hideaway, which I feel like I should know this one. Oh, okay. He was clinically dead after the accident, but was miraculously revived. Now Hatch Harrison and his wife Lindsay approach each day with a new appreciation of life. Shadowed by his glimpse of death, something has come back from the other side. A terrible presence that links Hatch's mind to a dangerous psychotic. That sounds good too. I think Hideaway would be in second place. I think Lightning sounds a little bit better. Back to December? No. Back to December is a Taylor Swift song. Go Tay-Tay. But this is The Door to December by Dean Koontz. How did I get those confused? Oh. Let's see. There's no... Oh, yes, there is. Little Melaine had been kidnapped when she was only 3. She was 9 when she was found wandering the LA streets with blank eyes. What had become of her in all those years of darkness, and what was the terrible secret clutching at her soul that she dared not even whisper? Huh. So this one sounds better, but I've come to a realization this year that I can't read books that involve the kidnapping or the murder or anything bad happening to a baby. I think it's my motherly instinct because, like, more than wanting to be a teacher, more than almost anything in this world, I want to be a mom. So when I read books about kids that get kidnapped or like babies, and she's 3 when she gets kidnapped, so she's still a baby. So for now, I'm going to put it like in the number 1 spot above Lightning because it does sound better than this book, but I don't know if I'll be able to read it. Like, my prediction is that it might be a DNF, but it sounds so good. I just can't read that kind of content. I can't explain it. Alright, let's move on to something. Okay, they're all Dean Kids books. They're all going to be scary and messed up. So, let's see what the next messed up one is. The House of Thunder. This one should go with Lightning pretty well, huh? Oh, yeah. Okay, so she woke up in a hospital room with no memories, and then there's, like, bodyguards in the hospital who are trying to harm her, but she doesn't remember anything, so she can't protect herself from the bodyguards that are there, let alone protect herself from herself because she doesn't know who she is. So this seems like a lot of like mystery, and it seems like it's gonna be like an unreliable main character, which I just love because I love thrillers and horror, and if you have an unreliable main character, then you don't know what's real and what's not. So this one is now in first place. So this is what it looks like for the first 4. Okay. Midnight. Okay. The citizens of Moonlight Cove, California are changing. Some are losing touch with their deepest emotions. Others are surrounding to their wildest urges, and the few who remain unchanged are absolutely terrified, if not brutally murdered, in the dead of night. Sounds pretty good. I'm not a huge, like, creature feature kind of gal myself. I don't love the weird creatures, and since I feel like there's something to do with some kind of weird creature, I'm going to put this at the bottom of my list. But, of course, I'll read it at some point. Velocity. Oh, this one sounds horrifying. Like, this will give me nightmares. So, I'm pretty sure it's going to be number 1, but we'll read it together, and you guys can tell me in the comments below which one sounds the best to you, and if you've read any of them, which one was your favorite. If you don't take this note to the police, I will kill a lovely blonde schoolteacher. If you do, I will instead kill an elderly woman active in charity work. You have 6 hours to decide. The choice is yours. The typewritten note under his windshield seems like just a sick joke, but in less than 24 hours, Billy, an ordinary, hardworking guy, is about to see his life take on the speed of a nightmare. Because a young blonde schoolteacher is murdered. And now, Billy has another note. And another deadline. So yeah, that's going to be number 1. That sounds amazing. Terrifying. And I don't know how Dean Koontz thinks of these ideas, but I'm all for it. We're going to have a drink break. Not yet sponsored by Dr. Pepper, but if you're watching Dr. Pepper, I'm here for you. The next one is Dark Fall. Strange days, winter gripped by the city, terror gripped it too. They found 4 corpses in 4 days, each more hideous than the last. Strange nights. At first, the cops thought they were dealing with a psychopath or vicious gangland war, but soon they heard eerie sounds in the ventilation system and saw unearthly silver eyes in the snow-slashed night. So, again, this one, my prediction is that it's a creature feature kind of book. So I'm going to put this one above midnight, but still at the bottom. So my list looks like this so far. Right? Okay. We have a lot more left. The husband. We have your wife. You can get her back for $2 million in cash. On an ordinary afternoon, an ordinary man, a gardener, gets a phone call out of his worst nightmare. The caller is dead serious. He doesn't care that Mitch can't raise that kind of money. He's confident that Mitch will find a way if he loves his wife enough. Mitch does love her enough. He says he loves her more than life itself. He's got 60 hours to prove it. He has to find the $2 million by then, but he'll pay a lot more. He'll pay anything. So that one sounds really, really, really good. So, this one, Velocity, seems like it's testing your morals in more ways than one. And I love that kind of book, so I'm going to put it in second place. So I'll update you. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. 8 more to go. Probably. I don't know. I didn't count them. Okay. The Strangers. They were strangers. A handful of people from different backgrounds living in different towns and cities across America. They have nothing in common except fear. They were victims. Cold and stark, an unknown terror gripped their dreams and turned their days into living nightmares. They were chosen, and they couldn't escape. Deep in the hearts of a sprawling desert, a dark memory called out to them, drawing them to the motel where the terrifying truth was waiting. And Stephen King blurbed it with the best novel he has ever written. What? That actually sounds so good. so this one's my new second place. Because this sounds amazing. I don't know if anything's ever gonna beat this one, though. But all of Dean Koontz' books sound great. I wouldn't have them if I didn't think they sounded good. It's just, I think I get intimidated because, well, they're mostly mass market paperbacks. So they are very small writing, and it's like 500 pages. Okay, 458 pages for this one. But also, he writes very scary content. But I love that kind of thing. I also just don't want to be paranoid for the rest of my life. But, whatever. We win some, we lose some. So then there's Dragon Tears, which this one I don't even have to read. It's been my number 1 since I got it, although some of these are new, so you never know. But this is about a straight and narrow cop who believes the best in people and kind of gives them the benefit of the doubt until one night when there's a shootout, I believe, and this stranger comes up to him and says, tick tock, you'll be dead in 16 hours, dead by dawn, dead by dawn, dead by dawn. And that just sounds like creepy and amazing, and yeah. Now, we have a bit of a situation. Which one sounds better? I'm probably going with Velocity still. Alright, let me show you an updated. So it's best to worst. My prediction. I could be completely wrong. I might like these the best. But we'll talk about it in a different video. If it were up to me and I was picking my TBRs every single month, which I'm not, in 2021, this is the order I would pick them so far. But I guess we'll see, Okay. We have 6 left. The Bad Place. Frank is afraid to fall asleep. Every morning he awakes, he discovers something strange, like blood on his hands, a bizarre mystery that tortures his soul. 2 investigators have been hired to follow the haunted man, but only one person, a young man with Down syndrome, can imagine where their journeys might end. That terrible place from which no one ever returns. The Bad Place. That sounds pretty good. But I think it'll be after the husband. So, in 4th place so far. Okay. Whispers. I don't remember this one. I know I've read it probably a couple times. He is back. Hillary Thomas knew terror as a child, but never anything like this. He is back. He is hunting her with a sick desire more terrifying than hatred could ever be. And he is in her house again. He is back. He is on the stairs and he can't be stopped. Hillary killed him once and he keeps coming back. Again and again. He is back. He is at her bedroom door. I don't know what to think of that. That's very intriguing. It makes me want to, read it. But I have so many questions. So, let's see. I think it'll be after The Bad Place. Alright, here's an updated one, like this. Best to worst. My predictions. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold them all once I put them all in order. Okay. What the Night Knows. In the late summer of a long ago year, a killer arrived in a small city. His name was Alton, and in the space of a few months, he brutally murdered 4 families. His savage spree ended only when he himself was killed by the last survivor of the last family, a 14-year-old boy, who is now a detective. And there's now a copycat murderer going around killing people just like the original guy that was killed. And now this detective thinks that he's next because he was that 14-year-old that killed the original one. If that makes sense. Oh, so that one sounds pretty good. But maybe we'll do like 2 piles. I'm gonna say it will be after the husband. We've got 3 books left. Fear Nothing. Christopher Snow is different from all the other residents of Moonlit Bay. Wasn't there a different one that took place in Moonlit Bay? Maybe. For Christopher Snow has made his peace with a very rare genetic disorder that leaves him dangerously vulnerable to light. His life is filled with the rituals of one who must embrace the dark. He knows the night as no one else can. Its mystery, its beauty, its terror, and the eerie silken rhythms. Until the night, Christopher witnesses a series of disturbing instances that sweep him into a violent mystery only he can solve. A mystery that will force him to rise above all fears and confront the many-layered secrets of Moonlit Bay. So maybe that one would be after The Bad Place, I think. Okay. Soul Survivor. This one has been at the top of my list too. So this one is about this woman and her child go on this plane. I don't remember where they're going or why they're on the plane, but they're going somewhere, obviously. And the plane crashes. Everyone is presumed dead. Flash forward 2 or 3 years, and the woman's husband and the little girl's dad is a detective who is told that his family is still alive and that they're out there waiting for him. And then the woman that told him that disappears. And now it's this mystery of trying to find his family. I believe that's what it's about. So, this one sounds so good, but I usually don't like books that take place from the detective's perspective. However, because this is kind of more of a personal case, it might not, it might work. I don't know. So I'm going to say that it's probably going to be after Lightning. memory. So this is about Marty. She takes her neighbor Susan to run all of her errands, to go to the therapist and things like that, because Susan is afraid to leave her house. And then something happens and Marty becomes afraid of her own shadow. So, I don't know, it sounds good. But the best of the best? Probably not. So, I think I'm going to go with right here. So, I'm going to start with the ones I think are going to be the worst of the best of Dean Koontz, because Dean Koontz is my favorite, or one of my favorite authors. So, even if they're at the bottom, it doesn't really mean that I think I'm not going to like them. I just think out of the ones that I own, these are the ones I'm going to like least. So, here's this one. So, least, little bit better, little bit better, little bit better, 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 better. See how it goes? So, there are all of these. So it'll be Midnight, Dark Fall, Hideaway, Soul Survivor, The Door to December, The House of Thunder, Whispers, Fear Nothing, and then The Bad Place. Then, worst to best. So, What the Night Knows, False Memory, The Husband. Is it Strangers or The Strangers? Strangers, Dragon Tears, and Velocity. So we wrapped up another goal video. So I want to read 12 of these. You guys should leave in the comments below which one, if I was only to read one Dean Koontz next year, we know I'm going to read 12. But if I only picked one, which one would you pick? Which one would have to be the best of the best? Or which one sounds the best in your opinion? Thank you for hanging out with me again and watching more goal videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe to me. I'll see you guys later. Bye.